Happy Monday. Frank Rock, House of Orange Sports Channel coming at you. I've slept on it. I've thought about it. I've analyzed it. This is the next day. Tennessee versus North Carolina. Tennessee wins last night 6-1. Tennessee advances to Wednesday, needing one more win to get to the championship series next weekend. And in that game on Wednesday, they will face whoever wins tomorrow between North Carolina and Florida State. Wouldn't surprise me again to see North Carolina. I think it's going to come down to pitching what both teams have available tomorrow. Basically, I know North Carolina saved their main closer, their main bullpen guy last night. Can Florida State counter with Jamie Arnold if needed tomorrow? I don't know that they would. Would they come back with Oxford? Where does Florida State go with it as well? I think North Carolina has the advantage pitching-wise in that one. So, like I said, I think both teams are, good offensive teams. It would not surprise me to see North Carolina again on Wednesday. But, either way, I think Tennessee has the advantage because I really think Tennessee's going to have about a full arsenal of pitchers ready for Wednesday and Thursday if needed. Now, if they have to go to Thursday, who do they burn on Wednesday? I like Tennessee's chances Wednesday. I think you come back with Xander Sechrist. I think you keep it as is because even if you win that one Wednesday, or even if you have to go to Thursday, Sechrist would not be in line to pitch again until Monday if it got to that, based on how they've gone with the rotation. Now, with the way these games are played and stuff, things could change. They're not going to come up and throw a midweek guy. Though we know that even though it's a midweek game. I would be surprised to see them go Stamos Causey. I mean, you could, but my thinking is you stick with what's worked. You let Sechrist do his thing, see how far he gets. Hopefully he does what he's been doing, and then you let your bullpen kind of finish there. A few things I like. There was a lot I liked last night. There was not much I didn't like. Drew Beam, QB1, he brought it last night, 5 innings. He had a good effort. They got him out at the right time. And it all hit me last night with where they bring Kirby Cannell in. And, I had some numbers sent to me as well on it. Cannell's the guy, he comes in, if we notice on it. There's a few things I put together last night. Some of you may have already put it together, and for some reason I hadn't up to this point. But Cannell seems to be that guy who comes in to try to get him out of a jam. So he's your veteran guy. He comes in amped up. He come in, did a phenomenal job last night. He was excellent last night. Come in, he got 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, 2 big strikeouts, had the pick off as well. And just a phenomenal, and then Nate Snead finished it last night. He was a little bit amped up. He comes in amped up a lot. It's kind of funny, but come in, I think, gave up a walk, and then he got the double play. And then, I'll talk about Dean Curley. I want to give props to Dean Curley last night as well. But pitching staff was excellent. Beam, 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, which was earned. He gave up the 1 home run to Honeycutt, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. And I put it together with Beam last night. And maybe should have put this together before when he's struggling a bit out of the stretch right now. I'm sure this is something, though, Frank Anderson, these guys, because Beam, they said it on the telecast, they've been working on where he's been struggling. So, but, hats off to him as well. He got in a couple binds and he pitched out of it. So, excellent job by Beam last night. Phenomenal job by Kirby Cannell coming in a, a tight situation with it 4-1. And I was pretty much like, we can give that guy at third up, make it 4-2, and we'll be okay. Just don't let the guy from first nor the batter obviously score. Cannell said, hold my beer. I got one better for you. He said, I'm going to strike out a guy, pick off a guy, and strike out another one, get out of this thing with no runs. Awesome job by him last night. The batting order. Of course, the batting order, the offense, I should say. And, my cover photo, I put Hunter Ensley on there. Let's hope Hunter Ensley, hope for a speedy recovery from him. Dude made a play. I loved it. I loved the play. I didn't love that it put him out of the game, obviously. But big-time play by him last night. And then for him, run the ball down. He crashed into the wall. He looked pretty fired up on it. He hit a couple times, and then it looked like something with a hamstring to me. So, hopefully The good thing is with a few days off, hopefully he can get the rest he needs. He can get it, iced. He can get the ice back, whatever he needs, and he'll be back out there. His team needs him in center field. Backus come in, did a fine job playing center field. Backus is not going to hit though. He walked once, which is good. This was the one problem I had in the night. Backus gets up at the end with the chance with two guys on, one out, and he doesn't even take the bat off his shoulders. That's pretty. He's better. I think he's better than that. I don't. It's easy for me to say you're getting up there in the College World Series. Probably wasn't planning on playing, and here you are. You're thrust in there and you do your thing. But I would like to see him go up there swinging for it. It seems like these weekends, when they get to the big competition, he struggled. He's done well against midweek. His next step is, translating it to the weekend. I think he's got the talent. A lot of times baseball can be mental, and it's just a mental thing. But hopefully Inslee is back. But heck of a job by him to run that one down, make a catch. I thought that was a momentum changer in a respect because just North Carolina to start the game had made their shortstop made a great play on Christian Moore on it. The fact that Inslee was kind of able to turn that back a little bit into top of the second after North Carolina a little bit fired up probably to get out of that, and I think Amick struck out to end the inning. Inslee runs that down, crashes into the wall, beats his chest. That immediately, to me, kind of shifted momentum back toward Tennessee. And then, once they got through the lineup, Sprague did a pretty good job the first time through. Once he got to the second time, he started kind of struggling a little bit. And then Kavares Tears sent a change up off the outer wall over the fence in right field to make it 3-1. Kavares Tears, big night, 4 RBIs on the night. I think there was a few players of the game players of the game last night. I think you could give it probably a few, and I say 3: Tears, Beam, Cannell. I think all 3 of those guys deserve it. And, guy I want to give some credit to, because on my keys to victory yesterday, and I'll link that at the end here if you want to check that out. But I said, I got to see more from Dean Curley at shortstop. I've got to see him make some plays, because earlier in the year, I thought he was making plays. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if it's where he was lined up or what, but I'm going to give credit to Dean Curley. Dean Curley played a heck of a game last night. He played an excellent shortstop. And then what the score was 4-1, comes up, gets that base hit up the middle, made it 5-1. And it was a game where I think they needed all the runs they could get last night as well. And that was a big hit. And then they got one later on when Tears got the base hit. And there was a part of me wondering if they couldn't have sent Amick on that one. But, I never saw a good view to see maybe how close that would have been. It may have been a case where he would have been out by a mile. So I can't sit here and say for sure on it. But again, I know Amick is not the fastest guy there ever was either. So, if you have one of your faster dudes, maybe you try it. But anyhow, just I thought an all around. I thought it was a pretty much. I don't know if dominant effort is strong, but it was a game where Tennessee got up and the way their pitching was working. I was never nervous last night. Funny enough, I've not been nervous before either game. Did I get nervous Friday night? Yeah. I mean, probably be lying if I didn't say I thought the game was over at some point. But, I don't know. I just never, I got nervous in the 4th inning because that's been Beam's inning where he struggled. Got a little nervous in the 5th. He got through that. And then I thought they did pretty good to get him out in the 6th. And of course you had the stoppage for the umpire. And man, I seen people throwing off on that. That's awful. That's just awful. I think it sucks because I guarantee the umpire didn't want it to happen either. As hot as they said it was, and something where they're heat exhaustion or whatever, hopefully the umpire who was back there is okay, and he's ready to go again this week. Because these guys, I'm not an umpire or anything. It's probably the toughest job in sports, and they're calling all these games all year long to get to the College World Series if they're a college umpire. And then I think it stinks. And no, it wasn't some conspiracy against Tennessee or nothing like that. I think it's pretty awful. Anybody to think that or what have you. It's a human being out there who affected by heat. It is what it is. Was the timing bad? Sure, but What can you do about that? What can you do? It is what it is. But would Beam have gone any further with that? I don't know. He went out and warmed up, but that's normally been kind of his range lately to get pulled. He went 73 pitches. I think we take it. We're good with it. So again, Wednesday, I've not heard it. I'm gonna look at. I've not seen Tony Vitello's comment. I said 1 o'clock. These brackets, when I look at them, are throwing me off because when I look at the bracket on NCAA.com, it's got everything in Central Time. So I said last night 1 o'clock. It'll actually be 2 o'clock Eastern Time on Wednesday that Tennessee will play either Florida State or North Carolina, and then if it does have to go to that if game, it'll be on Thursday, but I've not seen a time on that just yet. Hopefully, Tennessee takes care of business, and we don't have to worry about Thursday. We get prepared for Saturday. But I'm going to wrap up on that one. I said there's a lot of content coming. Around lunchtime, I'm going to record and release something. We'll recap the weekend on football, the visits, what I've picked up on, where Tennessee sits in pretty good shape, I think, moving forward. And then I don't know if I'll release anything else today or not. We'll see what kind of news is out there, what have you. But if so, it'll be something later this evening. But, thank you guys, as always, for your support, for sharing out the channel and all. Make sure you like this thing, you share it. If you have not already and you enjoy the channel and stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And then if you want to say thanks down that bottom right corner, there is that super thanks, super chats. All those are reinvested into the channel. So always appreciative of your support along the way. I'm going to wrap up on that one. My name's Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange Sports Channel. I hope you guys have an awesome Monday. And last but most certainly not least, go Vols.
Everyone rejects me.